Welcome, everyone, to episode 60 of the David Ginn podcast, where I speak about the energy of every week, the types of challenges that might be coming to us, and deep wisdom and spiritual and Kabbalistic tools to help us create miracles in our lives. I apologize, I've somewhat lost my voice coming from back-to-back seminars I just finished in Miami. We had an incredible group of souls who flew in from all around the world. And then last few nights, I've been in New York City giving a few talks. So I'm just resting my voice a little bit and trying to get it back. I want to also thank you, as I always do, for sharing this wisdom, sharing this podcast with your friends and family. We've been growing every week organically. And this is thanks to you and the support that you've been giving. I want to talk about the 30-day journey to manifest a new soul, a new destiny, which about 22 to 23,000 of you from all around the world have joined. It's not too late to join. Just go to my website, davidguillaume.com, or depending on where you're listening, there are links at the bottom of this podcast that you can click on and pay whatever you feel is right to you to join. We are in the middle of this journey, and I'm giving 3 live webinars, one of which I've already given, so you can listen to the recording of. And every day, my team and I were putting together wisdom, mantras, and tools that you can have to tap into the unique light that is available on that day. The first and second day of Libra, Kabbalistically, actually represent the 6th day of creation, biblically. And there's a portal of energy that all the souls of humanity receive a renewed strength for the coming year. So the money that you will make, the relationships you will have, the challenges that you will go through, all of this is actually determined on this first day of Libra, which represents the 6th day of creation, which represents the birth of Adam and Eve, which are the human souls in this world, both male and female souls. So everyone is going to be receiving something very powerful. So this journey that we have created is to prepare all of us for this. And I want to make sure that as many of you who would like to be are part of it, even if it's in the middle of the journey. Also, I'm going to go back on tour. My next seminar is going to be on September 21st in New York City on a brand new topic, which is the technology of prayer in order to create miracles. It's actually one of my most favorite topics because I think prayer is the most powerful tool that the sages have given us in order to be able to change our destiny. So what is the energy of this week? I want to talk about a concept I actually brought up in Miami last week. And all of this deep wisdom can be synthesized into 3 main concepts, 3 categories that if we master and we excel at, we can rise above any challenge that we're going through in life, any solution that you're looking for. If you're looking for healing, if you're looking for love, if you're looking for clarity, if you're looking to simply accelerate your life, you want to experience miracles, you want to feel and experience the Creator in your life, it boils down to these 3 categories. And many of us, we might be strong in one category, but weak in another. And I hope that by sharing this with you, and maybe even going a little deeper, I might go a little deeper on this podcast and share a little bit of what the Kabbalists explain on a level of the raw text, to be able to create this new destiny. So the Kabbalists call it Olam Shana Nefesh, which represents time, space, and motion. Time, space, and motion. Everything in this world that is governed by the negative side is governed by time, by space, and by motion. Because before the physical world was created, and all there was light and vessel in total union, there was no time, space, or motion. When the souls asked for darkness, asked for a space to be like the light, to be like the Creator, that space, that darkness, was time, space, and motion. What does that mean? When our physical world was created, when the Big Bang happened and all the souls also shattered and came into this world, We were given time when there was no time, meaning that now we perceive a future and a past. We see time as a line instead of a moment. Even science explains that there is no such thing as the past and there's no such thing as the future. Time actually collapses into this one moment of right now. And the Kabbalists share that when you worry about the future, or you feel sad or guilty or anxious about the past, your energy leaves the moment. Your soul actually fragments. Because where your attention goes, that's where energy flows. And when your attention goes to the future and you're worried about the future, you're worried if something's going to happen. You're worried about your children in the future. You're worried about either something that you have that you might lose or something that you don't have that you wish to have. All of these worries take your soul away from this current moment and they send them into a place called time, the future or the past. Kabbalistically, we've learned that when a challenge occurs and you feel that lack, what are you really feeling? You're actually beginning to feel time, space, and motion. If I focus on time, every time a challenge occurs, we start to think, wow, how is this going to affect me in the future? Or we think, what did I do wrong in the past to deserve what's going on? And we beat ourselves up. We go through guilt and shame, which is one of the biggest tools of the negative side, to put us in a state of guilt and shame and regret. It is one of the most powerful forces that keeps us away from the tree of life and the realm of miracles. What Kabbalah does so beautifully is it's giving us the tools and the wisdom to remove time, at least 1/3 of the problem, which is time. When we say pause, what a gift. This is the phrase that we share in Your Infinite Soul, which is the level 1 masterclass that explains the thought of creation. We say, pause, what a gift. What does that mean? Why am I pausing? Why am I taking time right now to do nothing? The pause is to not go towards old forms of instant gratification. Because why does a person run to instant gratification? Why does a person run to drugs or to some kind of needing to know? Imagine you just found out that your ex is dating someone new. Right away, you feel maybe some pain, some lack, maybe, especially if you haven't moved on fully, especially if they broke up with you. Right away, you want to know. You want to know who the person is. You want to know how long it's been. You want to know what this means for you. The desire for knowledge is actually what is creating the time. The desire for knowledge is disconnecting us from the realm of miracles, because the realm of miracles belongs in the realm of certainty beyond knowledge, certainty beyond logic. Because the moment you're feeling pain, your logic says, this is not good. I need to remove the pain. And so it pushes you to go learn, to know. I need to know who they're dating. I need to know when the money's going to come. I need to know if I can get pregnant or not get pregnant. I need to solve the problem immediately, and that is knowledge. So when we pause, what we're pausing is this desire to figure out my problem and remove my pain, because I believe that what's happening now is going to create a reality for me in the future that I do not like. But when we pause, we're basically saying, I have complete certainty. I don't need to do anything. I actually have everything. I'm actually already whole. I'm not going to be the effect. I'm going to be the cause. And when you are the cause, you are not thinking about the past and you're not thinking about the future. Pause removes time. What does it mean to pause something? To pause a television show, to pause a movie you're watching, to pause a video. You're stopping time. You're freezing time. Every time you do not react, every time you do not listen to the voice that is asking you to be reactive, to come from a fearful place, to start having doubts about your future. That voice that is telling you, you need energy right now. You need to take right now. If you don't take, if you don't protect yourself, if you don't defend yourself, they are going to hurt you. You're going to lose everything. What do you mean you're going to lose everything? Who's in control? Is it your ego, your brain that's going to figure everything out? No. The sages tell us the Creator is in control. But the reason why the Creator can't just manifest right now and come in is because we ask the Creator to stand by and not get involved unless we invite the Creator into our lives. How do we do that? By acting like the Creator. When you act like the Creator and you don't act reactive, the Creator comes in. The light comes in and the darkness goes away. So when you remove time, you're inviting the Creator into your life. When you are injecting time, such as worry about the future or guilt and shame about the past, you're pushing the Creator out of the problem, and therefore the problem cannot be solved. So think about in your own life right now. Where is time controlling you? Planning the future is okay, by the way. When you proactively plan maybe a trip that's coming up, maybe a budget for your business, maybe a wedding, planning for the future is wonderful. It's structure, it's order. It's more actually about the present moment. But when you worry about the future, when you worry about the past, these are thoughts that are coming from the outside. It's not a choice you're making. It's the negative side telling you, feeding you an illusion of some kind of perceived lack you're going to have. And when you believe that perceived lack, you are now the effect and no longer the cause. That becomes the challenge. So where in your life is time controlling you? Are you worried about getting older? Are you worried about someone who might take something away from you? Maybe things are great right now. Your life is great. You have a wonderful relationship. You have wonderful kids. Business is good. But you're still worried now about the future. Often, the people who worry most are the people who have something to lose. It's not the people who have nothing to lose. It's the people who have so much now, so much abundance, so much joy. And there are actually a lot of people in this world who have a soul correction around this, which is they're so afraid of losing blessings, they subconsciously sabotage and push those blessings away so they never get them. They're so afraid of maybe someone going through death or experiencing death, for example, a child dying or an animal dying. They're so afraid that they sabotage and they subconsciously or consciously push away having a child to never have to face death of a child. There are some people that have such a fear of abandonment as a soul correction that they push relationships away so that they never have to fall in love to not be rejected after that. Is that you? Do you feel that there's any part of you that rejects success, fame, beauty, maybe even you yourself? You're afraid to be the most beautiful you, the most handsome you, the part of you that takes care of yourself, because you're afraid that good will come and blessings will come, but then you'll be in a position to lose it, and losing it is very difficult. Someone told me recently, the hardest thing, this is his words, not mine, he said harder than being poor is being rich then poor, which is interesting, right? And it's a true statement. It's harder to have something and then lose it than to have never had it at all. Now, there are some people that can override this belief system and still go out and be successful, knowing that, hey, you might lose it and that's okay. You'll deal with that pain when it comes. But there's some people that are so afraid of loss that do everything in their power never to receive in the first place. So I want you to look at your life right now and say, if there's something that hasn't been happening for a while, could you be the one that falls in that category where your soul correction is to not be afraid of loss? In fact, you should look forward to loss. The pain of losing something, I want you in your mind to change as a good pain. It's like the pain of going to the gym, the pain of working out, the pain of expanding and contracting your muscles so that they can expand. Change your mindset about loss. Loss is not a negative thing. Loss is amazing. Loss is a blessing. Loss is just the elevation of who you are. It seems like you have less, but you're just going to the bottom level of the next level. I know it seems comfortable to stay at the top of your prior level, but for many of us, it's time to move on. It's time to grow. It's time to elevate, especially in the final weeks before you get your new soul. Some of us are at businesses or companies. We're very comfortable. We have a paycheck. We have a job. We know what we're doing, but it is not our passion. It is slowly killing us. And we're waiting for something on the outside, maybe to push us to our next level. But why wait for chaos and pain? Why are you staying at the top of your prior level? Yes, when you elevate, you'll be at the bottom of your next level, and that might hurt your ego. But if the varsity team is ready to have you, but you're afraid you're going to be the worst player on the varsity team because right now you're the best on the junior varsity team, that's no reason to stay at junior varsity. Yeah, you're the best on the JV team. But you need to go to varsity even if you're not going to be the best. Because only by being in that environment, that energy, that pressure, that surrounding light, as the sages say, is how you will grow and how you will fulfill your soul's purpose. So this is how we overcome time. It's to be present in the moment, to have complete certainty. The second level of this is space. Space. How long does it take to fly from Los Angeles to New York? Roughly 5 hours. Will there be a day that it takes 1 hour? Will there be a day that it takes 1 minute? The sages say yes. There'll be a day that we can teleport. Space will be removed completely. What's interesting is somebody told you even 30, 40 years ago, let's say 100 years ago, that you could call someone from New York to China. They'd think you're crazy. But today, we've actually learned how to remove space by we can think about someone in China and be close to them energetically. We can call someone in China and right away we're connected to them. So what happened to the gap? What happened to the thousands and thousands of miles between us? It's gone simply by making a phone call. Why is it that your voice can reach China in 1 second, but your body cannot? Our body cannot because we still believe in space and we create the energy of space in our own lives. But when humanity elevates its consciousness to rise above space, which I'll explain right now what that means, then even science will have a technology that will teleport the body physically from one country to another. The same way the voice can go from one country to another. Do you want to learn how to rise above space? Do you want to remove the space between now and your future soulmate? Between now and your future wealth? There's space right now. You don't have money that belongs to your soul. Someone else is holding on to it. You're single. You don't have the love of your life because there's space between you and them. They're somewhere else in the world right now. They're not standing next to you. Why is that? Because we believe in space and we're injecting space in our own lives. And what does that look like? That is any area of your life you have disunity. You have space between you and your parents, space between you and an old friend. You have a grudge, Someone hurt you or betrayed you. So you're creating space from them. And I'm not saying if someone's a negative person or a selfish person, you should physically have them around you. I'm not talking about the physical space. I'm talking about the energetic space. Even if someone hurt you and you haven't forgiven them and you're torturing them, somebody hurt you and they're trying to make amends and you still think negatively about them, that's space. When you speak badly about someone, you're creating space. Evil speech is space. There's 10 types of evil speech. One of which is slander, speaking negatively about someone, even if it's true, especially if it's true. It creates space between souls. Every time you're upset or you're judging someone, you create space. How much space do you have in your life? The next few weeks, you will be tested to remove the space. People will upset you. People will go against you. People will make you feel like you're not important. And in return, you want to create space. I'm not talking to them anymore. Screw them. I'm going to hurt them. Or maybe you're nice to them in their face, but you're speaking badly about them everywhere else. This is space. If you do this, you will never be able to rise above space to enter the realm of miracles. Where in your life right now can you remove space? And the way we remove space is by coming from a giving place, a constructive place. You know, there are people who have hurt me, or at least I feel hurt by them. But I have to remind myself, the Creator sent them to do a job. This job they have done is for my greatest good. Okay, I'm hurt. I'm taking it personally. I want to tell them off. I want to show them or teach them a lesson. Yeah, and sometimes it is important to set boundaries, but not because you're hurt, not because you want to hurt them, but because good fences make good neighbors. If you're coming from a giving place, that's fine. If you're coming from a place of being whole, that's fine. But not from a place of lack. Setting boundaries from a place of lack and fear, you are going to repeat this challenge over and over again. You are going to have this person or people like this person come back into your life over and over again, and they will torture you. The lesson isn't set boundaries and do away with them. No, maybe set boundaries, but first love them. Try to love them. Try to care about them. Visualize them surrounded by light and miracles. A more subtle form of space is not necessarily the people that have hurt you, but it could be people in your life that you care about, but you would be very jealous if they were to become more successful than you. Maybe it's a friend. If they got married before you, you would be a little upset. If they had children before you, you'd be a little upset. If they met another friend that they enjoyed being with more than you, you would be upset. So you subconsciously, very low key, hope that they don't get too successful. They're not too happy. You are sending them evil eye. And on one hand, you're supporting them, telling them how much you love them and you want them to be happy. But deep down inside, you're also praying that they fail. Don't get too successful on me. This is also space. It's a very subtle form of creating space. It's a very subtle form of evil eye, but it exists nonetheless. And the final thing is motion. Time, space, and motion. We know that according to the Sabbath, what did the Bible tell us about the Sabbath? What's the code of the Sabbath? The Sabbath is a day of rest. God needs to rest? Doesn't make any sense. God is an endless force. It's not like a human force that gets tired. Rest, biblically, is a code. Kabbalah reveals all the codes. Rest means wholeness and perfection. When something is in a state of rest and is not moving, is not creating motion, it means it is perfect. The Sabbath was a day of perfection, a day of wholeness, and it's actually a day that the soul can taste its perfected self, the version of itself after the tikkun, after the correction of the soul. So when a challenge occurs and we say pause, we're also pausing motion. We're saying, I don't need to do anything. Everything's already perfect. We're transforming the darkness to light. Every time you say, I am whole and I am complete inside, you are connecting to the energy of no motion needed. Why do people wake up in the morning and get out of bed and go to work? Why do you go to work? A lot of people go to work because they feel they need something. I need money. I need security. That's why I go to work. Why are you going out tonight to this dinner? Why are you going out on this date? Because I need something. I need a partner. I need to network. I need to figure out how to get that thing. So you're moving out of your house to go to the restaurant, this movement. You're driving miles. Why are you moving? Do you not have something? Are you missing something? If you believe you're missing something, you're not the light. Do you want to be the light? Or do you want to just run around sweating everywhere, trying to go find that thing that's going to fulfill you? And guess what? What do we know about every single person who's chasing fulfillment all around the world, chasing wealth, chasing women, chasing men, chasing respect? What do we know about them once they get it? They feel even more empty. Nothing is satisfying. I can tell you personally, nothing I ever received in my life, whether it was wealth, respect, compliments, buying a home, buying nice things. Yes, there's a moment it's nice. There's a moment you feel great. But I learned very quickly, even though I knew it spiritually, I got to experience it physically, that you just exist with the same feeling of whatever you were missing, eventually. In fact, even more. Person has one home, okay, great. He has two homes, he has this, he has that. More physicality he or she has, emptier they feel, more worries they have. What's the solution? Not to buy things? Never said that. The solution is, before you buy anything, remind yourself you don't need it. You already have it. So why should I go buy it? If you believe the Creator wants you to reveal this home by buying it, so buy it. If you believe the Creator wants you to reveal this article of clothing, I like to buy nice clothing, but I have to remind myself it's not because I need to look good for myself to feed some lack. You gotta be careful about that. It's because I want to reveal this jacket. I want to reveal this clothing. But from an honest place, I want to represent something that is of the light of the Creator. And how do you know if it's real? It's if you have it or you don't have it, you feel the same. If you have this thing or you don't have this thing, you feel the same. If you have love or you don't have love, you still feel whole inside. If you have the money or you don't have the money, you have the respect or you don't get any respect, if you can feel whole inside, then you can have it all. And this is how we overcome motion. Let's do a quick meditation now. I combine it all together to help us create miracles in our life. Creator, I ask of you to give me the strength to rise above the 3D world, to rise above time, space, and motion. Help me rise above my need to know the future. Help me rise above the feelings of guilt, shame, and insecurity I have in the past. Help me rise above the hurt I feel, the space I create, the distance I feel from the people I love. Help me rise above this feeling of lack, feeling that I don't have, this feeling that I need to get up every morning and prove myself. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I already vibrate on the highest level of completion, of wholeness, and of certainty. And with this energy, with this light, I ask for the highest destiny and soul. Not even because I need it, but because I want to reveal your light in this world. And I bless myself, and I bless all those around me to know the wisdom of the Creator. For only with this wisdom do we all rise above the chaos, the pain, and the suffering. Do we realize that this physical world is all but an illusion that we need to be in so that we can say this is an illusion. Thank you for everything that is in my life. This is the perfect day. I've been given the perfect life, and I want to honor it and reveal my purpose in this world, to reveal what you want me to reveal in this world.